Samsung wants you to believe one thing: the more expensive the TV, the better the experience. Yeah, not exactly. In 2025, Samsung dropped so many OLED and QLED models that picking the right one feels like navigating a minefield of marketing buzzwords. Every TV claims revolutionary brightness, cinematic colors, and game-changing performance. But here's the ugly truth: not all Samsung TVs are worth your money. Some models are jaw-dropping masterpieces. Others, overpriced hype machines that look amazing in the showroom but disappoint in your living room. That's why we've tested Samsung's most popular OLED and QLED TVs side by side. Movies, sports, gaming, bright rooms, dark rooms. And today, we're ranking the best Samsung TVs in 2025. We'll show you which ones deliver true cinematic magic and which ones are better left on the store shelf. Number 6. Samsung S95 Fold. If you're a gamer, this TV is basically cheating. The Samsung S95 OLED hits 165 Hz at 4K, faster than most gaming monitors on the market. Yes, you heard that right, a TV that outpaces dedicated gaming screens. But it's not just for gamers. The S95F is an absolute stunner. Whether you're watching a late-night thriller in pitch black or a sunny Sunday football game with the blinds open, the QLED panel pumps out colors so rich you'll swear you upgraded your eyesight. And thanks to Samsung's matte anti-glare coating, reflections are nearly gone. That means this TV actually works in bright living rooms, something most OLEDs fail at miserably. And viewing angles practically perfect. Left, right, corner seat. Every spot is the best spot for gamers. 165 Hz refresh rate, 4 HDMI 2.1 ports, VRR plus ALLM, low input lag, translation. It's a hidden gaming powerhouse disguised as a luxury home theater display. Owner experience insert. I upgraded from a Q70T to the S95F. First time I loaded up my PS5, jaw on. The floor. Colors exploded, motion was butter smooth, and no screen tearing at all. It's like playing on God mode. But it's not perfect. In very bright rooms, blacks lose some depth. No Dolby Vision support, sorry home theater purists. No DTS pass-through. Bottom line, if you want killer visuals plus next-level gaming performance, the S95F is an absolute beast. But if you're after the best home theater experience with Dolby Vision, you might want to keep looking. Number 5. Samsung S95D OLED. The S95D takes everything good about the S95F and turns it up a notch. This is Samsung's high-end QLED flagship, designed for people who want the best of the best and are willing to pay for it. Turn it on and you'll get near-perfect blacks, insane peak brightness, and color accuracy so sharp it's Pantone certified. Samsung added OLED HDR Pro for brighter highlights and an upgraded anti-glare layer that beats most reflections without killing image quality. Whether you're binge-watching Netflix, streaming HDR movies, or playing 4K games, the S95D delivers consistently gorgeous visuals in almost any lighting condition. For movie lovers, Dolby Atmos-ready 9.1.2 two-channel sound system pairs seamlessly with Samsung's Q-series soundbars via Q Symphony. Incredible spatial depth for action scenes and big set pieces. For gamers, Motion Accelerator Turbo Pro equals 144 Hz refresh rate, 4 HDMI 2.1 ports, VRR plus LLM plus 4K PC gaming at 144 Hz owner experience. Insert. Bought the S95D for our home theater. Watching Dune in HDR, my jaw literally dropped. The sandstorm scene looked like I was there. Best $2,300 I've ever spent. Where it falls short? Price. Expect to spend $2,000 to $2,700 depending on size. Anti-glare filter can slightly soften shadow detail in rare cases. Built-in speakers sound good, but not theater-level punchy. A soundbar unlocks its full potential. Bottom line, if you want the absolute best Samsung OLED in 2025 for movies, sports, and gaming, the S95D is king. But if you're on a budget, there are cheaper models that get 90% of the performance for much less cash. Number 4. Samsung S90F OLED. Let's be real, not everyone wants to drop $2,500 on a TV, and Samsung knows it. That's where the Samsung S90F OLED comes in. The upper mid-range champion in their lineup. Here's why it's special. You get the same QD OLED panel from the premium S95F, which means deep inky blacks, insane contrast, and vibrant HDR colors that make everything from sports to sci-fi pop off the screen. But Samsung shaved off a few premium extras to keep the price lower. No matte anti-glare coating. Expect some reflections in bright rooms. No fancy Slim 1 Connect box. Cables are visible unless you manage them manually. SDR brightness is slightly lower than the flagship models. That said, this TV punches way above its price when it comes to visuals and gaming. For gamers, 4K at 144 Hz refresh rate, VRR plus ALM support, 4 HDMI 2.1 ports, low input lag, and instant pixel response times. Translation: your console and PC games will look buttery smooth and incredibly sharp. Owner experience insert. Grab the S90F on sale for $1,500. No regrets. HDR movies look insane, and gaming on my PS5 at 120 Hz feels next level. My only complaint, afternoon sunlight equals reflections, but at night, it's perfect. Bottom line, if you want OLED level quality without premium pricing, the S90F hits the sweet spot. Just don't expect it to dominate bright living rooms. Number 3. Samsung S85 FLED. Budget-friendly OLED that doesn't suck. If you've been dreaming of OLED but your wallet screams nope, meet the Samsung S85 FOL. Samsung's entry-level OLED that delivers serious value. It doesn't have the crazy brightness or gaming speeds of the S95F or S90F, but for most people, it's more than enough. What you get? Perfect OLED blacks and bold colors, wide viewing angles for larger living rooms, 4K resolution at 120 Hz, smooth enough for consoles like PS5 and Xbox Series X. What you give up? Lower HDR peak brightness. Highlights aren't as punchy. Nomad anti-reflective coating struggles in very bright rooms. Some models in larger sizes don't use QD-LE panels, especially outside North America. This last part is critical. Check the model code before you buy. The 55in and 65in sizes have the premium QD panel, but bigger versions swap in cheaper WED panels with weaker brightness and color accuracy. Owner experience insert. Bought the 65in S85F for $1,200. Watching Stranger Things in 4K HDR blew my mind. Sure, it's not as bright as my friend's S95D, but for half the price, zero regrets. Bottom line, if you want OLED magic without draining your bank account, the S85F delivers. Just make sure you're getting the QD-LE version for the best experience. Number 2. Samsung Q60D QLED. The Samsung Q60D looks sleek, modern, and premium in the store. And sure, it's affordable compared to Samsung's OLED lineup, but if you're serious about picture quality, here's the hard truth. This TV is more style than substance. On the plus side, slim, minimalist design, dual LED backlight with quantum dot color equals better colors than typical budget TVs. Samsung's Tizen OS equals fast, smooth, and loaded with apps. Upscales old content to 4K surprisingly well. But here's where reality hits. No local dimming. Blacks look gray, especially in dark rooms. HDR performance is underwhelming. Highlights look flat, capped at 4K 60 Hz. Gamers look elsewhere. No VR support, no HDMI 2.1, and because it struggles with reflections, bright living rooms can be frustrating. Owner experience insert. Got the Q60D during Black Friday for $700. Looks amazing in the store, but at home, blacks look washed out during night scenes and gaming feels laggy. I wish I saved up for an OLED instead. Bottom line, if you just want a basic TV for sports, casual streaming, or news, the Q60D is fine. But if you care about cinematic quality or gaming, this is not your TV. Number 1. Samsung Q80D QLE. Let's wrap this up with a surprise. You don't need to spend $3,000 to get an amazing Samsung TV in 2025. Meet the Samsung Q80D QLE, the best balance between price and performance in Samsung's lineup. This TV punches way above its weight. Thanks to direct full-array backlighting, you get deep contrast, brighter highlights, and better black levels than the cheaper Q60D. It also handles reflections impressively well, making it perfect for bright rooms where OLEDs often struggle. For movie lovers, Quantum HDR Plus equals stunning color volume and contrast. Dolby Atmos-ready speakers with object tracking sound, real depth enhancer equals a more 3D-like viewing experience. Samsung's Tizen OS with smooth app performance and 4K upscaling for gamers. HDMI 2.1 support, 4K at 120 Hz, VRR, plus ALLM, low input lag, translation. This thing can handle PS5, Xbox Series X, and high-end PC gaming without breaking a sweat. Owner experience insert. Bought the Q80D instead of spending double on OLED. Zero regrets. It's bright, colors pop, and gaming feels buttery smooth. The only downside, sitting off-center lowers picture quality, but straight on, chef's kiss. Where it falls short, viewing angles aren't as wide as OLED. Motion blur during very fast action scenes is more noticeable. Blacks are good, but not true. OLED deep. Bottom line, the Q80D is the best bang for your buck Samsung TV in 2025. For most people, it hits the sweet spot between cinematic visuals, gaming performance, and price. Samsung wants you confused. They launch tons of models every year with flashy names promising next-gen performance and cinematic brilliance. But here's the truth. If you want the absolute best, get the S95D. If you're a gamer, the S95F is your hidden weapon. If you want OLED magic without premium pricing, grab the S90F or S85F. If you want bright room performance without breaking the bank, the Q80D is unbeatable. If you're just streaming Netflix and watching sports, the Q60D is good enough, but don't expect miracles. Final thoughts. Don't get fooled by marketing. Here's the big takeaway. Samsung makes some of the best TVs in the world, but they also make a lot of overpriced hype machines. Don't let a shiny showroom demo or a NextGen sticker fool you. You don't need the most expensive model to get an incredible experience. You just need to pick the one that fits your room, your needs, and your budget. Before you buy your next Samsung TV, subscribe to NextGen Picks. We cut through the marketing noise and show you the real differences so you can spend smarter, save bigger, and avoid expensive regrets.